The sun has joined Uranus in Gemini, so now the energy of this amazing planet is activated. So this is a big change, the big shift for every one of us and for the world in terms of Gemini signify, okay, everything that is related with the way that you think, the way that you say things, the communication is also a breakthrough in our minds, in our ideas, and also for the world is the moment where everything is having a breakthrough in terms of media, communications, technology, everything that is related with commercial relationships. And I think here we are having a big moment, like this is a big shift in the world and for you in your personal life with this amazing activation. So I welcome every one of you. My name is Carolina Mar, and today I will talking about this amazing energy, this awakening of Uranus, because Uranus has recently entered in Gemini for stay there until the 2033, and he has shown Mercury recently, and now is showing the Sun. And when the planet that is recently entered in a sign joins the sun is kind of the activation, because the energy of the sun is the light that is awakening the beast. We can say something like that. So I hope that you know where do you have Gemini in your chart. In case that you not, you can write us to the school and have your personal reading, of course. So it's important that you have known where is this energy activating your things in your chart, in your personal chart and astrology. So when Uranus changes signs, is not another transit, it's an earthquake in collective consciousness. And when that sign is Gemini, you can imagine what that is, because Gemini is the territory of the mind, language, information, education, and networks. So this is something really, really like a shock, and we are going to see this happening in the next years in terms of these aspects. Especially, I think that everything that is related with education, for example, the way that we learn, that we teach also, and the way that we think, the way that we communicate one another, and how this is breaking every rule that we know. So it's important also that we have some understanding about Uranus. Who is Uranus? Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, so it's kind of the energy of the black sheep in every space, because Aquarius and Uranus, they don't adapt to the normal forms, they don't adapt to the masses. It's kind of the real aspects of yourself, but also is the freedom of those aspects of your life. So maybe if you are trying to adapt to the masses, or if you are trying to be correct, this energy will shock you, because as I said, Uranus is not a planet who is looking for adaptation or looking for have the approval of others, or the structures, especially the structures that are related also with the statements. So it's important that you embrace in this moment everything that is real about yourself, and you use it as an asset, okay? So don't be ashamed and don't be afraid. Use it, okay? Use it. So now we are living on a planet that is saturated with information. What once was everything that, I don't know, maybe the information was only for some people, Now we have all the resources, and we all can have the information of everything, So this is not just a change, this is a mutation. The way that we think is redefined, and the way that we communicate collapses and reborn. We are not here to adapt, as I said. We are here to unlearn everything and reprogram our minds. So this is really important, because Gemini is the sign where we can learn things and we teach things. But now I think like the, the most important aspect of this is that first we need to unlearn things, the way that we used to do it before, the way that you communicated things in the past, the way that you maybe said things, the way that you thought about life. Now you have to unlearn everything, because the aspects that we were in a world, in a Capricorn world, where we have like floor where we can stand up. Now we are not having that, because we are in a space of air, with Pluto in Aquarius and Uranus in Gemini, and they also are in a trigon. So everything that Pluto is shifting and is changing, is mutating in Aquarius, is also reinforcing everything that Uranus is now presenting you and shocking you and giving you this amazing earthquake of your mind. Okay, so a world is becoming more mental and more chaotic, obviously. Data that was the gold in the first 20th century, but with Uranus and Gemini, data is no longer owned by corporation. It decentralized, gets hacked, liberated, or destroyed. We are going to see information world, crisis in education systems, media, and social networks. Everything enters collapse and reinvention. What does adapt, what does not adapt, disappears. But this also rules for you in your own life, because the big asset that we are going to have in the new world that we are entering right now is our capability of adapting. Okay, adapting to the new world, the new reality, the world of machines, of AI, the world of this speed in things, in communication and information. Like everything that used to be like a common thing for us, and maybe the strategies that you have yesterday and worked for you, is probably that you are feeling right now that today they are not working anymore. So we have to change and adapt to this new world and the new rules. Okay, so Uranus in Gemini breaks the linear, conditioned, updated mind, where we think in a straight line, like A, B, C, D, and now we are thinking multidimensional, okay, and hyper connected. Yes, like the brain becomes a living network or collapses. So something that is important also here is that we have to be really careful with the stress, because we have to understand that Gemini is ruler by Mercury. Mercury is your mind, and Uranus is kind of, like a shock, like a brainstorm. Okay, but imagine yourself having a brainstorm all day long. Okay, full of ideas, and maybe full of things that you want to say, but everything at the same time, and you want to learn, and you want to do, and you want to, like, and maybe we are going to be collapsing if we cannot have the space of organize this mental speed. So be careful with the mental crisis, okay, the nervous crisis. We have two paths here, okay, two options for every one of us, and is hyperfragmentation, anxiety, dispersion, intoxication, extreme tech dependency, loss of focus and direction. We are seeing a lot of people right now that is kind of consumed by um, the, the screens and everything, and a lot of people that is losing the capability of focusing something, and dispersion is here. So be careful with this aspect. The second path that we can have here is surf the wave. Okay, surf the wave, filter information. Not everything is important for you right now. Build conscious networks. Okay, develop critical and flexible thinking. Become a creator, not a slave of reality. Okay, and why this is different? Because of the trine with Pluto in Aquarius also. Uranus breaks mental structures, Pluto destroys control systems, and together they are a collective quantum leap. So it's really important because these two big planets are working together in different aspects of your life and in your chart also, but they are working together. So it's stronger the energy that you are going to feel, like the old you cannot come to the future. Okay, so A warning here that is important for me to say is that this transit is not comfortable, okay? It's not soft, but also it's not optional. It's not something that you can say, okay, I don't want to leave this, I don't want to do that. I prefer to stay here, in my comfort zone. Uh, you cannot be out of this breakthrough, okay? What refuses to evolve breaks, okay? And what doesn't update collapse. The price of freedom is the discomfort of living behind what you thought was true. Are you ready to hack your mind right now? Are you doing it? Are you feeling it? Okay, I will be reading your comments. So, Uranus doesn't ask for permission. That is something important about this planet, because Uranus is kind of, he's here and he is with this disruptive energy. He is not like knocking on your door saying, hello, can I come into your life, to your mind in this case? Okay. He is kind of, he comes and he collapses everything. He don't ask for permission. It arrives, breaks, shakes, and awakens everything and everyone everywhere. Is the lighting that splits the skies, this electric spark that interrupts the formal flow. While Saturn is building structures in Aries, okay, right now we are building our new beginnings in life in Aries, okay, the sense that we have of ourselves and occupying space in the world. And now Uranus hack yourself, hack your mind. Okay, it's not like you are going to be structuring some project, some way that you want to live your life from this moment on. Is that you need to first hack yourself and the way that you think about life and the idea that you have of the world. So, astrologically speaking, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius in the collective, and he is showing us aspects of personal cycles, but also Uranus is an external planet, so he marks things that happen in the collective aspects of generations, okay? Because he is a slow planet. He made a complete wheel in 84 years. So maybe we are going to see one Uranus in Gemini in our entire lives. So this is not a random thing. This is a real breaking point. So Uranus talks about revolution, disruption, innovation, technology, networks, electricity, and energy. Uh, so now, Uranus is the unexpected event that changed your life. Something suddenly happened, and you you are like, what's going on here? You didn't expect that to happen. You didn't saw that coming. Okay, it's something like that, but suddenly it's here. Okay, the disruptive ideas that transform an industry, for example, and the moment that you say, I can't live like this anymore. So this is really important. 84-year cycle, like I said before, freedom requires discomfort. If you resist, it hurts. If you flow with it, it elevates you, okay? The shadow of this transit is the chaos and the anxiety, because this is generating a lot of anxiety. But the light is awakening, is innovation, okay? So, if Uranus is the spark, okay, is the light, the storm, okay, Gemini is the wiring, okay. When Uranus enters in Gemini, the battlefield is the mind. The transit hacks collective consciousness. As I said before, Gemini is the ruler of language, communication, curiosity, I need to know more things, okay? And Uranus disrupt linear thinking, okay? So now we have like a big map in the screen and everything is connected, okay? You see a lot of options that maybe you didn't saw before, okay? So Uranus in Gemini today is related with internet, platforms, AI. Uranus mutate everything, or everything will break. Okay, so Uranus will hack in geopolitical astrology, education, media, social network, and language. Okay, and even telepathic communication assisted by technology. And I already heard something about this. Okay, that we are going to have some kind of of chip, and when we see each other, only with seeing each other and thinking in your mind, not speaking, uh, that will generate a translation in the chip of the other person. Okay, that is something that I already saw some news about it, and I think we are going to that world um, really, really soon. Uranus trine Pluto in Aquarius. Two massive forces combine. Pluto transforms power structures, and Uranus revolutionizes the mind and networks. So I think that this is a total matrix hack. You know, reality becomes flexible, and the question is not if you are ready to do this or to adapt to this. Okay, the question is, are you willing to create your own reality? And this is not like a fantasy question. This is for real. Are you ready to create your own reality? So, those who can choose reality, build systems, and exit obsolete structures, I think in a world of infinite information, your power is your attention. So be really careful with this aspect of Uranus activating your mind and your ideas. You cannot live every day or every second of the day in a brainstorm, as I said. So you need to learn how to be paying attention to something, and go for it, and structure that. Okay. So in geopolitics aspects, also, we are going to see information wars, cyber warfare, and the narrative control. I think Pluto in Aquarius also wants to control people and societies with the information, with the fear, these aspects. Um, so we have to be really prepared to have the common sense of I don't know, to be capable of separate what is real, what is not, what is something that is kind of created by the news, the information, and what is really happening. So you have to wait to see things happening before you believe it. Okay. Also, the education, as I said, the decentralized system, uh, AI and immersive learning. I think that this is something that is coming also, like the AI campus, something like that. I know that in some places this is already happening, but I think it's going to be more and more, bigger than is right now. Education for creators, not for followers. Okay. Also, we are going into the relationship revolution, and this is a big theme right now because I see a lot of people that maybe are having difficulties of getting a partner and to create a relationship. And I think that's something that is belonging to the Capricorn world, where we um, we lived in this structure of family, a couple, two kids, I don't know, the standard things. But now in this Aquarius moment with Uranus and Gemini, these kind of structures, I think they are not longer have the possibility of exist anymore, because Pluto in Aquarius is talking us to the detachment of feelings, of things, um, and be more um, maybe be more able to create communities, but not those kind of relationship where you have one another and they are like kind of belonging together. I think this is going to be a fight, and for some people a problem also, you know. So when the mind changes, everything changes, and I think that we are going to be hyper connected but emotionally disconnected, with digital burnout, liquid relationships, things that comes and goes, new dynamics, non-traditional connections, flexible agreements, digital communities, as I said before. And I think this is, I don't know, for some people this is going to be an issue, problem, but maybe for others is now, right now, the reality. We are seeing that in the world, like um people are no longer aligned with having families and having children. um, this is a crisis that we are seeing right now, and I think this is going to be bigger than we know or we already know. So you can see in the chart also that Uranus is with the Sun in the third house. And this is important because this activation is happening in the specific house of Gemini, where he is the ruler, you know, and Gemini is a sign with such a speed, um, and Uranus is putting more speed to that, and the Sun is the light that say, okay, you're free to go there and do your thing, you know. And I think this is a beautiful moment if you and I can take advantage of that. Maybe this is a moment for you to have a breakthrough in your communications, in the way that you communicate what you do also. Maybe for I don't know, the things that you are saying, how are you saying things, and maybe you are going to be feeling like you need to innovate every day, you know, like I said before, the statement that you made yesterday is not longer a good idea today, and this is going to create for every one of us anxiety, but we need to go with the flow. Okay, like I said, surf the wave, not rejecting that. And this is activating also your communications, and maybe that I don't know, that way that you think about communications, contacts, you know, like open your mind to see there more opportunities in the people that you are connecting with, because the trine is with Pluto in the 11th house, and the 11th house is our social world, you know, the people that we have around us, you know, and I think that right now the people are not going to be connected with those friends that you had, you know, from high school or something like that. You are going to be connecting with people that have something in common with you. Okay, this think about it, the 11th house as a community. What is a community? It's people that have something in common. Okay, can be a project, can be the way that you see life, or the way that you think of life, you know. And I think people will be more able or more open to relate with those who are thinking the same way, who wants to create the same kind of communities with the same ideas. And maybe you are not going to be connecting so much with those people of your past, because old stories are going to be boring you. And I heard from a lot of clients in this past at least 2 years, I've been hearing a lot about these kind of aspects, like people feel they friends are not longer like I don't know, like you are not having the feeling, you know, you are not feeling like you fit in, you are feeling like you don't have anything to talk about because you don't have anything in common. And this is not something or is not a judgment about who is good, who is, or if you are better or worse. This is not the discussion. It's like with those with who you feel that you have something in common in the way that you are seeing your life project from this moment on. Okay, this is the important thing. Okay, maybe people who is curious about the same things that you are. Okay, maybe people who wants to create communities with the topics that you are interested in, and maybe you are going to be feeling, as I said, like you are more related to those people than with those friends of Capricorn world that is over now, and they belong already belongs to your past. So pay attention to these specific things that I said, and we have to understand also that we are creating new rules about our finances and economy. Saturn is there in the second house, creating the new standard, okay, of those things. And maybe this is a moment with Mars there also that you are taking actions about it, okay. And with Pisces ascendant, we have to say that maybe this is a confusion time, okay. You don't have everything written down. You don't know every rule. You are like, okay, come and go with things, and give yourself some time, because we are like recently getting there, and we have 7 years in front of us to be like creating this new mind, this new way of communication, this new personality. Okay, so maybe everything is confusing for you. That's okay, and that is normal because Pisces energy is confusing. Okay, um, and we don't see everything so clear. Okay, so take time to I think it's prob and error, like something like that. Don't be afraid to take chances and risks, and if you think that maybe something didn't work out for you as you thought, no problem. You go all the way again, and you start over, and you have time to do that, because you are going to be finding answers, okay, as long as you move with the energy. Okay, so don't expect to have all the manual in your hands, because you are not going to be able to have that information. This is trying, proving, improving, and a jump fight. This is a jump fight, and every one of us are in the same um, energy. So you are not alone, and I hope this information is something that you can use and is something that helps you to improve this moment. And I see you all in my next